Hey guys, it's Mr. May here. I'm here to answer your questions about your project. This is for Avid. This is your comic strip project. This is all based on your goals. So I'm looking at all of your questions. I'm gonna try and answer these as best as I can. So what is the project about? This project is about you guys being able to illustrate your goals. A lot of times you guys will set a goal and you'll never look at it again. So this will give you guys a chance to be able to display it around the class, around school, so you can say, hey look, that's my goal. What are we supposed to do for the project? What you're supposed to do is illustrate your goals, as in I want to be able to see what you are gonna be planning for your future and how are you gonna get it done and is it measurable? Like the other day somebody said, hey, I want an A in science. Well, how the heck are you gonna do that? So you might have to have 3 things. Maybe you gotta show up to class. Maybe that's your first step. Show up to class at least 5 times a week. I think that's doable since you guys should be coming. Unless you're sick, so I might say 3 times a week. Can you pass out the rubrics? I could. Nobody's asked me about that yet. Do we have to stand up in front of the class? Yes, this is a presentation, but let's say if you're too scared, you can ask a friend to stand right by you so that you're not doing it by yourself. When is the project due? I was gonna say that it was due tomorrow, which is Friday, September 13th, but it's bad luck to have things due on the 13th, right? So I'm gonna make it due next Wednesday, and then by Thursday and Friday, you guys are gonna sign up for your project of when you guys will actually present it. What is the project about? I answered that one. How do you do it? I answered that one already. What do we do it on? Your goals. Where do we have to write it on? Well, at first you're supposed to type it up or you're supposed to write it on a sheet of paper. Last week we worked on our goals, we worked on 3 goals, and then you guys were supposed to transfer it over. I have chart paper for you, but it's really flimsy. If you go to Walmart or Target, they actually sell them for like 40, 50 cents. So I know you guys can afford those Takis, so you can afford at least 6 of those. Handwriting or presentation. You could do it handwriting. Wait, handwriting or presentation? You have to write it and then present it. So both? What is a comic strip? It is a strip of comics. It's a storytelling. So if you guys ever open up a comic book or something, it tells you from beginning, middle, and end. Why are we doing this? Like I answered before, it's about your goals. Sometimes you guys will look at it, sometimes you guys won't. This gives you a chance to be able to look at it and understand that, hey, I remember doing that. I remember setting this goal. And if you didn't make it, make a new goal or work better at it. What is the project based off of? Your goals. How long will we have to finish it? I'm giving you about a week and a half. Technically 2, but a week and a half since I've given you guys a rubric. When will we start our project and what will they be on? You should have started on Monday. If you weren't here on Monday, then you started on Tuesday. Will we have partners? No, this is an individual project. Do we need a board? If you want to buy a trifold board, you can buy one at Target or Walmart. They're really inexpensive. They're about $2, $3 or so. If you can afford $2, $3, then ask somebody for a quarter every day and you might get it by 2 weeks. But then that's when the project's due. How much time do we have on it? Answer that one. What happens if you fail in one category? If you fail in one category, that's minus 100. That's 400 out of 500. So that means that's 4/5 of your grade. So that's still a pretty good grade. Who is going to our presentations? Just our class. When are we going to have to present to our presentation? After everyone's done. What if your goal is too hard and you make a comic strip out of it? That just means you might have to change your goal. And that's okay. You're creating it right now. You can always change it. Hey, Mia just asked us a really cool question. What is a rubric and how do we use it? Basically, it's like your scale. So if somebody says, how do you measure if you're fast or not at a mile? So most people run it at 6 minutes of a mile and you run it at 7, then you must be pretty slow. But of course, we don't know that. So the rubric is something that you guys refer back to. You look at it, it's like your scale. How do I get from an A, B, C, or an F? And you constantly use it to go back and forth. A lot of you guys are having questions. What else did I do? What else did I do? If you look back at the rubric, you'll be able to connect the two and be able to be like, oh, that's what I need on the project. That's how I'm gonna get an A. What happens if I get a different grade in all categories? Then I give you the average score of all the categories. So if you get A, B, 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 then it'll probably be the average of those scores. So you'll probably get like a B plus or something. Last but not least, who is going to be at the presentation? Is it only our class? Yes, absolutely. It's just your class, unless you want me to bring in a guest. Thanks, guys.